Hello folks, LeaseLoco have got themselves a new website, and I just want to walk you through the basic navigation of everything, show you where things are now, and a couple of little tips that might help you save a few quid. Now there is a separate video on this particular deal, on this particular car, which hopefully you've already seen by now. And if you're watching this, weeks or months after the video's been released, then I dare say this car's gone by now. But let's use this as the basis of showing you through the website. It's actually a really good example to use for a couple of different reasons. So yeah, let's go for it. The main screen now, when you click on a particular deal, the search side of things is all exactly the same as it was before. But the main screen now, when you click on a deal, you're going to get the headline figures for the car. So it's an electric one, so you're going to get the range on there. If it's a petrol or diesel car or a hybrid car, instead of showing you the range, it will show you the 0 to 62 time at that point. We can still find that out for an electric car. I'll show you where in a sec. You get charging time, top speed, power output, insurance group, and how many litres of boot space the car's got. Then up here, you've got your different options for 2 years, 3 years, or 4 year deals. Obviously, on some of them, you might find you've got 12 months and 18-month options as well. And then your upfront payment, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and 12 months. And you can quickly see how much of a difference in price that makes. So as we can see in this one, it's £382 a month with 3 months up front. If we did 12 months up front, it reduces it by £98 a month. If we went to a 4 year deal instead of a 2 year deal, it would actually cost £41 a month more than it does on a 2 year deal. So you can see all that quite quickly. Mileage you can see here. Now this is always worth clicking on because this is a very good example of why actually. This one I've done 8,000 miles a year. It's 382 quid a month. If we drop to 5,000 it goes down by £28 a month. If we go up to 10,000 it goes up by £26 a month. And then look at this. If you go to 12,000 it goes up by 300 quid a month. But if you're at 15,000, it's only 80 quid a month more than it is at 8,000. Reason for that being, you do see this quite often, and people will just think, well, I do 12,000 miles a year, so I'm going to click on 12,000. They don't look at 15. Well, 15 is going to save you 200 quid and 210 quid a month over 12,000 on this one. And it's because that hardly any companies are advertising it on 12,000 miles. So always have a look at this. It's really well worthwhile. Sometimes you'll find you can take a higher mileage and get a lower price as a result. Bananas, but true. Also look at the excess mileage figure, because sometimes you're better off getting a lower mileage lease and just paying the excess mileage at the end rather than saying you're going to do a higher mileage in the first place. Also find lots of people do far fewer miles than they actually think they do. Happens all the time. Most people say I do 10,000 miles a year. Most people do 6. That's just how it goes. Anyway, I digress as usual. Down the side here, you've got your different options. So you can see you can go for pure trim rather than motion trim. That saves you 11 quid a month, but you don't get so many nice bits and bobs on it. You do get details of those bits and bobs just summarized there for you. This one's battery, but you might have different engine options, you might have different fuel options, you might have manual and automatic options. So you'll see all those here, and then at the bottom you get a summary of your mileage, your initial payment, and your monthly price. Now if we click down in the bottom left here, we've got tabs then. So we've got specification, so you get the full information there. There's where you'll find the 0 to 62 time on an electric car, because it's not on that front page. And you get sort of full spec of the car. Most of the questions you're going to have are going to be answered there. Then the next tab along is the gallery. So you get lots of pictures of the car. And then you'll get a review of the car. And this is, I guess, something that LeaseLoco have come up with. Just a quick summary review of the car. And all that's there. Now, if you say, well, I like this, I want to have a look at the deals, you click on compare deals. And then you'll see, because as we know, LeaseLoco is not the company that leases you the car. They're a comparison site, just like Confused or Compare the Market, Money Supermarket are with insurance and that kind of thing. LeaseLoco are that for car leasing. So the top one that comes up there is UK Carline. And in fact, it looks like this deal is exclusive to them at the moment. You'll again see a little mini version of the price tracker, so you can see what the price has been doing on it. And you can go ahead here, you click on get a quote. You can basically send a message, or there's a number there so you can give them a call, or you can request a call back. That's all you do, and then you're in touch with the broker, and hopefully you can get a deal done. This tab here is the price history. As we know, that just tracks the price on a weekly basis, so we can see what it's doing, what the pattern is with it. We can see the highest point it was at, the lowest point it's been at. We can see saving versus PCP. There is a little caveat to that. Give it a read. I don't know how accurate that is really, but it's there if it means something to you. And it gives you an estimated PCP price as well. Again, I'm not sure how that's really worked out, and I don't know, I'd probably take that with a little bit of pinch of salt, but it's up to you. But as we can see, this one on the 16th of Jan last year was £1,137. Currently, it's £382 on this payment profile. At its highest, it's been £1,137. So this one seems like a bit of a deal, folks, which is why I've done a separate video on this. But I just wanted to talk you through the changes to LeaseLoco because, you know, it is a bit different. It does look a bit different to the way it looked before. I think it's a lot more user-friendly than it was previously. And I think it's great that they keep making improvements to the site. All it means is for people like me that make videos like this, I have to sort of find out where everything is again, and I bumble through the first few videos. But hopefully you've found this useful. Hopefully it helps you navigate the site a little bit easier. And if there's any feedback for LeaseLoco, leave it in the comments because I'm sure they'll probably have a look. I personally would like to see these numbers to be a bit bigger, and I'd like to see the initial payment up here alongside the monthly price. If you've got any suggestions for LeaseLoco, as I said, leave them below and I'm sure they'll take a look. If you're going to visit the site and have a poke around for yourself, please use my link that's in the video description and pinned as the top comment, because that tells them that you've visited LeaseLoco as a result of watching this video, and it's very important that that gets tracked because it's part of how I support this channel and part of why I'm able to make these videos for you. So please always remember to use my link to LeaseLoco. And of course, if you're interested in the best lease deals you can find on a month-to-month basis, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and give this one a thumbs up to let YouTube know that you want to see more, and so that you're informed every time I release a video. There have been some amazing little sort of one-off videos, and the first people just lately, and the first people to get on board with those have had some absolute bargains. But the great deals do go very, very quickly at times. Not always, but at times they go massively quickly. We saw one a couple of weeks ago that went within half an hour of me putting the video out. So yeah, click the notification bell. It's really important if you're looking to get yourself a bargain.